Well, hello there, Minecrafters. Thanks for coming by. I was just taking a stroll in the desert here, and I came across this very interesting, mysterious building called the Vault, and I just know there's going to be a treasure in there, but I've been banging on this wall for an hour. It's completely impenetrable. What are we going to do? Well, it does say correct torch required, and I noticed I have this chest. Man, which torch? Which one's the correct torch? Is it maybe this one? Oh, it's not letting me in. Come on, I want that treasure. If it's not that one, maybe... Oh, is it this one? Which one is it? That's not the correct one either. Well, let's take a closer look here. And let's see, is anyone different? Ah, right there. That must be the correct torch. Okay, well, let's check it out. And, beautiful. It opened up, and there we go, our treasure. Woohoo! We're rich. Rich. Yeah, it's pretty stupid, but I just want to show you this cool little trick here. You could use this in your adventure map if you wanted to have an area open up only based on player inventory. So if you have a specific item in your inventory, the door will open up for you, or it doesn't even have to be a door. It could be any type of redstone signal. I got a message from Slapshot17 asking me if there's any way to detect a player's inventory and then open up a hidden area. And this is sort of what I came up with. Now, there is a bit of a trick behind it, but there are two ways you can do this: the basic way, or get a little more complex and make it so it's all like a specific custom item. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Let me go in creative here. Now the easy way, we'll go over the easy way first, but before I do that, I'm just going to show you the basic setup. It's pretty simple. What we have first is a test for command. So we're testing for the player to be within one block of these coordinates. So you got a test for nearest player, and then in square brackets here you have, it's going to find somebody who's there, and if they are there, then this comparator here is going to light up. So what I'm doing over on this side is I'm testing for the character to be, or the player to be, right here, and then what's going to happen is the comparator will light up because it's saying yes, that's true, and then it's going to try to do a clear command. Now if you didn't know this, a clear command, when it actually clears, it can set off a comparator here. So if I have a Minecraft torch in my inventory, it's going to set off this comparator, which is our output. And what I've done is I've just opened the doors in this case, and that is what happens. Now, the basic one here, we'll just get rid of this number here. You're clearing any torch, which means if I get rid of this and I have any torch in my inventory, so if you wanted, this is the basic way. If you want to do that, any torch will open this up. Boom, we're open, and you could just separate it based on items. That's the easy way. But if you want to get a little more clever and make it so that you can see at the beginning there I had one torch that worked and the other ones did not, is we add a damage value. So what we're doing is we're adding a damage value of 1, and what's going to happen is if the torch has a damage value of 1, or whatever block you want in there of 1, then it will clear the inventory and it will set off the comparator, because a regular torch has a damage value of 0. It hasn't been damaged at all. So that's how I've done it there. Now, to give yourself a damage value is a little bit complicated, but here I've got one. Here you've got the torch. So whatever block it's going to be, now that they've changed the words, it's a little easier to come up with things. I'm giving me 1. And we have a damage value of 1. Now, the only issue is, if I get rid of the name here, if I'm just going to do one torch, this has a damage value of 1 here. Let's see. And then I also grab a damage value of 0. They stack. Even though they aren't, even though it's not true, they do stack. So you need to name it separately, and the way you do that is that original command I showed you. You can just put your little squiggly brackets, display, there's a colon, another squiggly, name, colon, the correct torch. I'll put this all in the description so you kind of get it. But if it has a separate name, they won't stack. And that way, if you're in your adventure map, the player can grab that item. The downside is if you do name something, so if I'm to name something, let's just do it again here. If I'm going to name it the correct torch, so I've named it the correct torch, and then you put it on the wall. And let's go to adventure mode, and I'm just going to get rid of that. And then you break it. Let's see, get rid of that. You break it. Unfortunately, it gets renamed. So that's a few of the things you got to watch out for when you do this, but I think it's pretty cool detecting the player's inventory to open up a hidden passageway. It doesn't even have to be a hidden passageway. It could be just a command. You could put, let's put a little command at the end here. Let's put a little, say, torch detected, and we'll just put a regular torch here. And here we go. We're going to go grab it. We have a torch in our inventory. Well, let's get rid of the torch for a second. And we walk over here. Doesn't say anything. As soon as we get a torch, here we go. Torch detected. So hopefully that helps you. A little cool little idea with the help of Jesper. He helped me figure out the specific item name. But enjoy your Minecrafting, guys. I think it could be a useful little trick. We'll see you next time.